Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Steve Sipple out today at satellite camps in Texas. Bill Busch is here. I'm Jake Sorensen. Bill, what's going on?
Doing good. This is not even the 2-legged stool. This is like the 1.75 stool.
1.75.
Well, you guys are the originals. You two are the original. That's the original, 2-legged stool, which would be hard to stand up, but you guys
That'd be
have done
tough.
It. You're more of the bicycle of what you are like that, and then we turned into a tricycle. Like that. But now it's you guys were the originals of this whole thing, so I feel a lot of pressure. To fill in for Sip, but he is down. He's talking to future Huskers and future coaches of those players. So pretty impressive.
I got a picture last night from Sip because he's in Texas. He's in Waco. He was in Waco last night for satellite camp. And now usually when you go to a restaurant or a barbecue place, people, if they're going to send a picture of their food, they do it before they eat it. Okay. I received one picture from Sip and it was cleaned off ribs, cleaned off corn on the cob, and an empty Coors Light. I got the post picture.
Usually you get the pre.
You might get the post if you got the pre picture. I didn't get. I just got the post picture. It's ribs cleaned off. It's corn on the cob. It's been destroyed, and a Coors Light that is empty. That's all I got. I'm like, dude, send me the pre picture at least.
Very interesting.
Come on, man.
Very interesting.
Come on, Sip.
No. Me and Sip have been through a lot. I don't know. I think Jake, you're aware of what went down. So Sipple's professionalism is unreal. So last Friday, he handles the show brilliantly. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Bullet was in the hospital.
I did not know that. No,
Bullet's been in the hospital. I'm sure Steve will mind me talking about this.
All right.
He's been in the hospital. So Sip goes directly after our show and walks Bullet. That's what he does after the show every time.
I knew that.
So we had a chance to discuss this. So Bullet is still in the hospital on IVs, but making a turn for the better. So we had it set up. Me and my wife have it set up because Sip was going to be out of town. And then Trixie has a lot of things going on.
Okay.
And so we have a bed set up for Bullet.
You do.
So we are ready to take Bullet in if he gets discharged.
At the Busch house.
At the Busch house, we'll take Bullet in if there's a discharge there. Yes. So if anyone could say prayers for Bullet out there, we'd appreciate it.
I did not know this.
Yeah, he's slightly on the mend. And if anybody's ever had a pet, it's hard. That's a big deal. And Bullet's a big part of Sipple's life. So that's going on. So that's part of some idle chit chat.
Well, let's play the open, shall we? For idle chit chat. Thank you. Here we go.
Their sports takes are great,
Generally speaking.
but the random conversations are even better.
I don't know if that you want to talk about that on the radio.
Hey, you just did.
You just did. I mean, we're not just talking amongst ourselves.
It's time for Idle Chit Chat on Early Break, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care.
It's very kind of you, Bill, to watch out. And I think there's a party that wants Bullet to come out of the hell. I think you want Bullet there.
I do.
You?
I'd like to have Bullet
You
over.
want Bullet for a day
Bullet's
or two?
a great dog. Sipple sent me a picture of him. So we're very excited. But that was a tough deal like that on Sip. So we get some prayers out there on the prayer line there for Bullet. We'd much appreciate that very much. Also had a situation.
Here we go.
Duke's son, Jake, got married this weekend.
He did.
Yeah. So they had it was in Seward and had the reception in right here in Lincoln at Embassy Suites. Here was the crazy part. They had a limbo contest. And Duke won it.
No, he didn't.
It was a challenge. It was a limbo challenge. So he wasn't the correct age group, but he won the limbo challenge.
How far did he get?
It
down.
He went over one time on his back. He did, but he got back up and he still won the challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't real low. Well, Duke was always the limbo winner back in the day.
He was?
Oh, yeah. If you're in elementary school, Duke won every time. Elementary.
Were you close at all?
I was in. No, I really wasn't. That really wasn't.
Distant,
that wasn't my
distant.
limbo. Wasn't my deal. Yes,
Okay.
Dexterity is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
That really wasn't my deal. Duke had
Flexibility.
that. So that was very, very impressive. But the wedding went great. It was huge. Great food. Everything about it was a lot of fun. So we enjoyed that.
Well, Glad to hear that.
Yes.
Congrats to Duke and winning the limbo competition. How was the wedding otherwise? Good?
The wedding was great. Yeah. Jake outkicked his coverage. That's the one that got married. That fine lady from Seward. So, like I said, it was a lot of fun. Next thing is that we need to get the breakers to focus on is, I believe it's the 24th of June. I hope it's not the 25th.
That's a weekend,
24th.
yeah, 24th.
Is that a Saturday?
Saturday.
Is that a Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Okay, double check that. That is when I need the breakers to also help pitch in here for the world's largest alumni dance.
Oh, boy.
Yes. The
Is
class.
it Pender?
Yes, in Pender. Yes, my class has secured an unbelievable band for the dance. They haven't had an alumni dance in 20 years.
Why?
They just gave up on it. It's not doing them. So guess what? We got involved. So now we have that all turned around. We have concert-style lights set up outside.
yes.
We have firework display at the end. We have 2 food trucks. So we're looking for a couple things we're trying to find, if some breakers have any knowledge. We need a ice cream truck to show up like that to be able to come. It's a $10 fee they have to be able to pay for a permit.
Okay.
But they would make a ton of money. So we're trying to get an ice cream truck to Pender.
What if I just
for
did that?
That would be great.
I just pay $10 and I'm
Yeah, you
just
can do
out
it.
there. I'm loaded up with ice cream
in the back.
dilly bars and
dilly bars in the back of the
push-ups, some Sundays.
Have the Swans truck show up.
I would just buy it from
Just buy
Schwann's.
Swans, show up and start selling them.
Exactly.
So we're looking for that. We're also looking for a Ferris wheel. Anybody know that we can get a Ferris wheel to come to Pender for Saturday night to have it set up right outside the dance would be nice.
How easy do you think it is to find a Ferris wheel, or how hard? How hard, I guess.
Probably a little bit.
A functional one, the one you can actually trust. There might be one sitting around at a carnival, a fairground somewhere, but is it reliable?
I don't know. We're trying to find out. So I'm asking the breakers to be part of this. The largest alumni dance ever. We're expecting 1,000 people. It's going to be a blast.
Would you be the one to test the Ferris wheel?
Yes, I would test it.
Guys,
and I'd also
I'll
be the
take
one
this.
that would run it. Kind of got that lever on it. When they load them up, 3 gun, you lock them in on the Ferris wheel and turn them loose. That'd be awesome.
Just don't turn your back like the one guy on the roller coaster back in the day. You couldn't get off the roller coaster.
I rode it for like 30 minutes. Yeah, I rode it for 30 minutes.
Get off of here.
I kept waving at the guy, just screaming at the guy, hey. Just kept going by one after the other.
Oh, my God.
So if we can get any breaker help on that with an ice cream truck and a Ferris wheel, that's all we're short.
Okay, that's big in Pender. The June 24th is Saturday. We need help there. Ice cream truck.
Could we talk about the situation on the road?
So there was a situation that I had on Friday that I brought to you guys' attention via text because I was angry and I thought you guys should know this. Yes. I need to know if I was in the right or if I was in the wrong and when it's actually appropriate for this to happen. I informed you guys on the text that I was driving out to Holdridge on Friday. After the show, left about 9:15 at a 12:30 start time for the tournament, 2-day tournament in Holdridge. And I'm driving on the interstate.
Where about the location on the interstate? Somewhere around York? Where were you at?
No, I'd say this is past GI. This is in between Grand Island and Kearney.
Okay.
That's where we're at.
I'm visually in that place now.
Now, let's realize that, number one, it's raining outside. Yeah. There's rain. It's raining. Yeah. And the roads aren't exactly great. Let's also focus on the fact that the interstate's going pretty slow. Both lanes are pretty clogged up.
So when you get the semi side to side sometimes and they just get things kind of clogged up, it can be frustrating.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was frustration on I-80 with a lot of people.
Exactly.
Would you agree with that?
I would agree. Now, we were able to pass to a certain extent, but at some point we were not able to pass anymore.
Yes.
Now, here's where the problem came into play.
Walk us through it, please.
There is a car, 48 county.
48 county.
Which I found out is McCook, 48 county. Yes. A car comes
male or female driver.
It was a female. Now, I would have acted the same thing if it was male, female, robot. I don't care.
Just trying to paint a picture here.
So I'm driving, and keep in mind, when I drive, if someone's behind me and I'm not going as fast as the guy ahead of me, I will get over gladly. Yeah. Go ahead, be on your way. The person ahead of me we were slowly passing people on the right because it was clogged. Now, again, there was a little bit of passing, but minimal. Somebody from 48 county decides to come right on my butt for literally, I don't know.
That's a safety concern.
It felt like 15 miles. Yes. I mean, and they do the thing where they're trying to swerve. Can I get out? Can I get ahead? What's this guy? Is this guy? Can I get out of here? I'm like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And they get close. Keep in mind, it's raining. There's rain coming down. And it was coming down pretty hard at some points here. And 48 County is getting closer and closer.
McCook.
And we're talking about feet here. Feet away. A couple feet
Driving
away.
at probably 60, 70 miles an hour.
Probably about 77. We were still going over the speed limit there a little bit. 77.
Pushing the envelope.
Right? And 48 County is still doing the swerve. Oh, gotta get around this guy. You're not going anywhere. If I get over to the right and you pass, there's gonna be 20 people that don't let me get. Look, I can't get back in. I'm gonna be in line by 20 people, and it's not my fault. I am not holding anybody up. So eventually, it starts speeding up a little bit there, and I say, "F this! I'm gonna get out of the lane."
F this.
Yep.
Okay.
That's radio.
I put it together.
Okay?
I put it together.
Yeah. I pull over. I let 48 County go by, and I give the double bird.
You went double bird.
I did. I went double
bird.
I don't believe that she
right
saw
to the
me.
window.
I don't think that she saw me.
Yeah.
But I went double bird right to the window, and again didn't see it. But here's the problem, though, Bill, is that then I get back behind 48 County, McCook County, the driver, and she does the same thing to the guy to the motorcycle.
Whoa!
By the way, is driving in the rain.
In the rain.
And he's like, he can't go anywhere. Like if anybody can go anywhere, he should be able to slip on by and get ahead. But no, he can't go anywhere. And she's riding his tail by like 3 feet behind him. I said, it's a motorcycle. And he's like, whoa. He was giving the whoa.
He gave the hand.
He gave the hand. As she's still doing the swerve. What can I get around? Can I get out of here? So I need to ask you guys, 464-5685. Road rage is a thing. Now, I think she might have had more road rage than I did because of the way she was driving. But was I in the wrong to flip the double bird that was not seen by the 48 County driver?
I wonder what the take is also, because the whole story changed to me when also this took place. When this took place with a motorcyclist. I mean, everything alarms me. But a motorcyclist in the rain being that close, I mean, that's scary stuff. So
right. It is scary. Yeah. So I think I'm in the right here.
Probably if you'd be like, better times would be just to let it go. Probably would be to let it go.
Well,
not
Bill,
saying I would.
This was 15 miles worth. I'm not talking about a minute or two. This was like 15 minutes of tailgating.
I would have went with the classic slow down.
And I could have.
I would have went with the old you want to follow right behind me?
Yeah.
Watch me go 48 miles an hour.
I didn't really want to get in the situation where she rear-ended me, though. I'm sure she probably would have somehow. I didn't want that situation to arise here.
Anybody from McCook can tell us what's going on out there?
So here's
to label everybody McCook.
Here's some response from the text line to the road rage double bird situation.
Nice.
464-5685. Kenny says, "Good job, Jake. I drive trucks." This hang on, he said he's got it all mixed up. He says, "I see trucks drive like this every day. It's very irritating."
Yes.
So it was not a truck. It was like a Oldsmobile. I want to say. Wasn't
48 County.
Wasn't a new car. Yeah. Wasn't new at all. 48 County was just trying to find a way to get around me. I'm not sure what hustle they were in the rain to get around everybody and fly. Someone says, "I was in the wrong. I should have ran her off the road instead." Well, I wasn't going to do that. I'm not here to hurt anybody here.
Oh, those people drive you nuts. It really does.
JB says, "Double bird." So you were driving with your knee then, just for a few seconds. I mean, it wasn't like I held it for like 10 seconds. It was a bump, and back to the wheel as she tried to get by. I didn't hold it. You got to it's the motion.
The motion
really
too,
good there. Yeah, that's what happens.
And you can steer with your knee.
I did for 3 seconds again, and the rain at that point was letting up, so it wasn't like I was in the downpour. The wind was blowing.
Did the motorcyclist make it okay?
He did.
Okay,
he got past, and thank goodness. I get off the interstate at the just north of Holdridge, and she was still in that area. She didn't fly by me, but the motorcycle did get ahead of her a little bit. But she's still doing the swerve thing. Like, I'm gonna get out of here. Lady, the interstate's packed. Where are you going? There's 2 lanes.
I wish you would have got off on the Holdridge exit with you.
That would have been. I'd be like, no way.
That would.
This is awesome. Not happening. This is not happening.
And what if she was the bartender at the country club?
I'd be like, hey, you owe me several drinks, lady. I saw you. I know who you are. You followed me, and I followed you. More response. 464-5685. Notorious BIB says, "No way were you in the wrong." Thank you.
I would agree with that.
Doc says, my first question is, Jake, why didn't you brake check her a couple times. That's what I would have done. That's what you said.
Yes,
brake check.
I don't even go with the brake check. I just go with the slow down. I don't even hit the brake. I just start just gradually slowing down. And that's fun.
Well, the thing is, it was a packed interstate and it was raining. That's dangerous.
Dangerous.
If she's not paying attention for 1 second, she keeps going her speed. Guess what? We have a domino effect of accidents on the interstate because I tried to brake.
But everyone made it safe.
I hope they made it safe. I mean, I made it safe. I'm not sure where their drive ended up at, but I assume they made it safe.
McCook.
East Lincoln West says, in those situations, I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're driving erratically due to an emergency. However, tailgating a motorcycle during rain is straight up stupid. Double bird approved from East Lincoln
I don't even know
West.
what the emergency would be. If it's like if the person was a trauma surgeon and there had been a wreck and somebody had to have immediate brain surgery, potentially to be in a hurry, what else would be? But it would be a situation where it's like, that is just the ultimate emergency. I'm going to risk lives.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that.
Yeah,
it didn't seem like somebody that was just angry to be following. Yeah. Again, I wasn't driving 55. We were going 77, which is again slow in the left lane, but the right lane's going 65. What do you want here? What do you want here, lady? Okay, here we go. So this is McLean's dad. I'm from McCook. Unfortunately, most people from here drive that way.
Again, this is not a personal attack on McCook. A lot of good people from out there.
There are.
Yes, and not a lot of good people.
Someone says I should have honked first, but she's ahead. I'm ahead of her. How do I honk at the person ahead of me?
You gotta get a rear horn put on your car.
Can you get a rear horn? I've never heard of such a thing. Because there's not such a thing. Come on now. Mostly everybody's saying pretty much that I was in the right here.
Yeah, the motorcycle just has me very upset.
Yeah, I was pissed. I'm like, lady, come on now.
I get so nervous when I see a motorcycle. I'm terrified. I've told this to Sipple several times. I love motorcycles that are like super loud, so you can hear them because they just there's blind spots. There's blind spots when you're driving. I have so much respect for the motorcyclists. That's scary.
Now, Drumstick says, careful flipping the bird, Jake, because you might flip off the wrong person one day. I was very aware of what I was doing. I saw her. She wasn't looking at me. Oh, if she would have been fine, what was she going to do to me? Run me off the road? I'd say, you're in the wrong. You are in the wrong, not me. Look at nowhere to go ahead of me. I told you there's nowhere to go. I didn't hold you back.
I would just love to see if there had been like a small fender bender, no one injured, but it's had to go to court.
Yeah. Guess what?
Seeing you on the stand.
I'd be there. Yeah. Get me to freaking get me to the stand.
We get Sipple's dad to represent you.
He'd be my lawyer.
Yes,
absolutely.
That'd be
great.
Yes.
So thank you for the people for telling me that I am in the right here.
Yes.
I don't like doing the double. I don't usually try to go to. It's not like easy in my repertoire where I just go. I pull out any time. It takes a lot for that to come out, Bill.
I agree.
But we made it. So there's the situation that I got through. That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call today at 402-440-6297 for a free lawn fertilizer program.
If I could mention something about Andrew, unbelievable.
Oh, yes.
So I told him I got a new spreader for my birthday. So I wanted to, we're fully fertilized, but I want to spread some stuff just to feel like I'm kind of like a farmer out there doing some things.
Smart.
And so there's a special fertilizer. Guess who dropped it off at my house on a Sunday?
Andrew.
On a Saturday, actually, on a Saturday.
Still, dropped it off.
It's a weekend. On the weekend. Still brought it over to the house, dropped it off. So I'll be moving some stuff around today. Can't wait.
You look forward to that, don't you?
I can't wait. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. But once again, that's what you get from Newton's Lawn Care. That's what you get.
They're good people.
Yes.
Andrew, again, 402-440-6297. Great people at Newton's Lawn Care.
And you drove by the Beamer Ballroom, didn't you?
I did. So yeah, it was a ridiculous weekend. I told you I played 2 days of golf in Holdridge. Then I drove at 3:00. I had to get to a graduation party in Valley, which is by Fremont. I went from Holdridge to Valley. It's right about 3-hour drive.
Yes.
Got there about 6:15 or so. I don't know. Was there until about 9, came home. Then I had to get up at 6 yesterday morning and drive to Beamer.
Because Beamer's a solid 2 hours, probably.
About hour 45.
No, that wouldn't be 2 hours. It'd be hour 40, probably.
From my house, hour 45 to Beamer. So I get there.
But to get to Indian Trails, you had to go right by the Beamer Ballroom.
I did. I saw that right in downtown Beamer.
Yes, it's just right.
No, sorry, south of downtown.
South of downtown.
Right by the tennis courts, the horseshoes are out there. Yeah, I saw the Beamer Ballroom. It's a nice place.
That's where Street Legal played. That's where we saw him at.
You drive right by that going to Indian Trails. Absolutely. So. A lot of golf this weekend, a lot of driving for me, but I'm here. I'm back. We made it.
Very proud of you. You finished second yesterday, right?
We did. We choked.
Did you?
I'm not gonna go through the whole round, Bill,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say that we played the par threes in a 2-man scramble, 3 over par. That's not gonna get it done. You know, for guys who are pretty good players, that's not gonna happen. Play the rest of the course in 7 under par and play 3 holes or 5 holes and combine 3 over.
And you finished second.
Got second.
Not good.
So it was fun though.
Remember, we need an ice cream truck and Pender and a Ferris wheel.
We do. Make it happen.
Yes.
Breakers, help Bill out. Help Pender out for the greatest dance ever.
Greatest alumni dance. Ever.
Dance.
Yes.
It's been 20 years.
And also this, remember, you're going to Titletown. So hope
recently it is
Titletown.
Boys golf, girls basketball. I mean, come on. Pender's a big deal right now. Hook them up. Last night, Bill, I know you were kind of watched this on and off, but you did watch.
I didn't jump in until 8 minutes to go in the game, and the 8 minutes I watched was outstanding.
Because you were captivated because the Heat were winning at that point.
Yes,
and
I just happened to cruise. We had a lot of things going on. Me and my daughter had a lot of tasks going. So me and my middle daughter we had assignments going on. And I kept walking through and watching. So I saw parts of it. But about 8:40 to go in the game was finally when I sat down to watch. And I think I texted you immediately.
You did. You said this could be special here.
Yeah, this could be special. Then I said also could be the ultimate choke.
You said, oh my God.
Yeah, I gave you
oh God, Jake. Because if you didn't watch, the Miami Heat were trailing by 7 points going to the fourth quarter. And they get off to a very, very, they had a 10-2 start to the fourth. So they get down by 2. Then they take the lead, and they're up by 12 at some point. They're up 107-95.
4 minutes to go.
Right, they're up 107-95, and then this game got down to a 3-point game, and Denver has the ball off of Miami miss, and you text me, which you're right. How do the Heat not foul right here? You're up 3, get fouled with up 4 seconds to go. The Nuggets get off a good look. They miss it. The Heat win 111-108. So it goes back to Miami tied 1 apiece in the NBA Finals.
Again, I don't see it as like an epic matchup, Nuggets Heat, but I was very excited that it's 1-1. Because all you really want to have is this thing go the distance. There's not a ton going on in sport right now. I mean, I know there's baseball, softball, I get that, but just as far as I want it to go on, so that almost guarantees a great chance at maybe potentially a game 7, at least probably a game 6. You sure think Miami's probably gonna get a game down there? So it probably comes back 2-2. That's what I would think it would be with 3 to go. But anyway, that part I did really enjoy the outcome of it. I've been up front with this that I'm pulling for the Nuggets to win, and I'm pulling. But last night I was not pulling for the Nuggets. I was pulling for the Heat.
I'm pulling some drama here.
Yes, exactly. I was pulling hard for the Heat last night. Last thing I want to see is a sweep or something. Don't want to see that.
Yeah, the Nuggets need a little bit.
That was some grit. Now
that was the Nuggets' first loss at home this postseason. They were 9-0 at home this postseason.
There was some real grit in that game by Miami. So it was impressive. I'd love to. Like I said, I know it goes back and forth, and in this room, we are the novices, obviously, in basketball, where that's not an expertise area. But it'd be fun to hear. Maybe Jerry, if you're out there, Schmuddy, calling it that. I just really felt as the clock was starting to get down to that 5, 6, 4. I'm like, foul him.
Right, same thing.
I'm like, don't let him shoot the 3. I mean, let's put him on the line and at least have to make a miraculous miss and tip or make their shots and foul right away. Because that shot he had a
good look.
Got a really good look at it to tie the game. So they make that shot.
Oh,
does anybody think that the Nuggets are not going to win that game?
They came back. They'd come back from 12 down.
Yeah.
The Heat would be. I told you the Heat would lost by 8 points in overtime if
I thought
that shot falls.
So I was yelling at the TV with my wife.
Foul!
I'm like foul.
And you're pulling for the Nuggets, but for the drama's sake, you're pulling for the Heat till last night.
And I think a little bit for you, Jake.
Thank you, Bill.
I think a little bit.
But I think you guys like it when I'm upset, though.
I love when you're upset. When you text us that you sent the double bird out, we were excited. Me and Sipple were both very excited that you did that.
Or the ones that say, I want to die. Those ones, right?
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. We like that. I'm really excited about some Dolphins losses.
Oh my God, no. That can't happen.
Especially not and bad losses where they like miss an extra point to win it or something like that.
You missed the most incredible stretch last year because the Dolphins won 3 to begin the season, then lost 3, then won 5, then lost 5, then won 1, then lost 1. You would have seen the ultimate high and the ultimate low. Like I was distraught. And I was happy.
But that was a great. I guess I've told you that I always send you. I just keep reading all these little background tidbits on Jimmy Butler.
Okay,
and I'm just such a fan of his. I don't agree with whatever the ESPN one of the spokesmen for ESPN saying that he's the best player in the league. That's not where I'm at all. But
no.
I love his grit and his toughness, and I love reading the stories about him of what he came through to get where he's at. Is really, really impressive.
I agree with that, and I think that we saw last night, even in a losing effort, Jokic goes for 41 points. Like that still is the best player in the league. That's the guy. Jimmy Butler
behind the back dribbles.
He's ridiculous. He had 18 points in the third quarter. I mean, he carried them in the second half. He's the reason why the Nuggets had a chance because I was saying all along that I believe the Heat are a better overall team that doesn't rely on one player. Jimmy, they rely on Jimmy, but the Nuggets rely on Jokic, and they rely on Murray to get hot, and Murray's kind of hot and cold, whereas Jokic is always he never has a bad game. He never has a bad game. You can always count on him.
The one thing that came up, which probably makes sense, because again, the people who are talking about it after the game know much more about NBA than I do, was he only had 4 assists.
That's pretty low for him. He had like 14 last game.
And so that might be a reason. Like I said, he had his 41, I believe.
41 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists.
4 assists, which is very odd for him. Which I would attest that to one thing. That would be to the Heat, not to what he didn't do. It's what the Heat did. I'm sure they had a big point of like, this is not going to happen. He might have his points, but he's not going to get 38, 40, whatever, and also have the assist.
This goes back to what I was saying the other day about when I watched the game of Iowa, Oregon a couple years ago. We'll let Luka Garza beat us, but the other guys, we're shutting them down. That's what the Heat did last night. They shut them down for the most part. Now they trailed going to the fourth, but in the fourth quarter they did a great job of shutting everybody down, besides Jokic. But we scored enough points. Heat did. So Heat win 111.
I'm excited for you.
And it was good balance. 3 guys with 20-plus points for the Heat. Butler at 21, Bam Adebayo 21, Gabe Vincent, another great story still this postseason, 23 points on 8 of 12 shooting. Very efficient for Gabe Vincent. 14, Max Strus, and then Duncan Robinson, I think he had all 10 points in the fourth quarter. He had 10 points all in the fourth for Duncan Robinson.
Duncan.
Do
we want to hit on, before we go to break, Jake, the incredible experience and success of the recycling drive?
Oh my gosh, yes.
This is unreal what happened. Spencer.
Let's take you back. Okay, so if you're listening to the show on last Friday, we had Spencer Jacobs, who is a long snapper and Eagle Scout from Norris. We had him in to talk about long snapping. You guys had a great conversation about different numbers. That was excellent. But also he was having a metal recycling drive on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Norris South High School parking lot. I asked David, who's his dad, was here with us on Friday also, how did it go? He said
bumper to bumper.
It was busy all day. They had like 47,000 pounds or something of metal, to over $2,000 donated, worthy here.
It was incredible.
So what a showing here.
I tell you what else was really nice was Missing Tooth Greg got a hold to me and Sipple too, like, hey, I'm going out there. What do you guys need? I had something that Greg was going to stop by and pick up for me, and we were going to load together. And then we had a change of plans, and my wife had dispersed it in a different cause. But anyway, just that kind of breaker backing that Greg's getting a hold of me. Hey, I'm heading out. I got stuff, and you guys need something like that, I'm going to stop. I'm going to try to get Sipple's a bed frame, whatever else there was. But just,
did you get that?
And I believe there was a lot of comments at the drive that they came because of the ticket.
That's right. I want to pull up here again for this.
That's amazing.
David.
Breakers.
Yes. You showed up. David said this. He said, we had many, not several, but we had many people mention that they heard about the recycling drive on the radio station, on the ticket. So thank you guys for that. Thank you, listeners, for showing up, and thanks, Spencer, for doing
They showed up. It's a great job by Spencer. Obviously doing a great job long snapping, so I'm excited to follow his career, but very impressed with that. That will also make him a Eagle Scout.
That's right.
That's what he had to complete.
His final project.
That was his final project, and he knocked it out of the park. Spencer.
And he was well-spoken. Very comfortable, very confident on the radio.
Very good radio voice.
Yeah, he was good.
Very good radio voice.
He's got a good future ahead of him.
Yes.
Spencer. One last thing before we get to break. We had a text from Chris, going back to the double bird for a second.
Yes.
Chris says, what are some other double bird offenses that exist?
That's a good thought.
Are you a double bird guy, Bill, ever?
I've participated in the bird.
Is it usually when you're driving?
It's usually always driving.
It's almost always, right?
So
you're on the golf course going, hey, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Not the golf course. It's not at the mall. All of a sudden, it's just, hey, you. Yeah, somebody over there at Subway. So it takes a lot to get that. I mean, it's almost always driving. That's
now, I would say there's one example on the golf course where it's fine. If there's guys hitting into you all day long, and I'm not, again, same thing. Yeah. I'm not holding you up. There's groups ahead of me. Yeah. This is a tournament.
Yeah.
I might look back or I might yell some profanities and maybe drop a bird. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure a double bird, but for sure one bird probably.
It has to be over time. If I've ever made it air by mistake, and someone gave me the double bird, I give them kind of like you're right. You're right. That's on me. That's on me. Thank you. That's on me.
That's my fault. I'll take the L here.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yes. Or if you hit into someone, like say if I hit into someone, but I hit the ball so well, I'm still excited about it because I'm just like, I didn't.
It's a good shot. Come on, man.
I've never hit the ball far enough to reach those people ever, and I did.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of proud of myself. I enjoy. My favorite is like, especially if it's the 4-man scramble thing, and someone hits into you. When the guy gets mad and turns around and hits the ball back to him.
I've seen it.
That's seen it done numerous times. All of a sudden the ball hits into him. The guy just turns around and just hits it right back. Goes right back at him. That's my favorite. That's way better than the double bird. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to fire this one right back at him.
Hold up, guys. I got to hang on a second. Back of these jerks.
Yeah. So I enjoy that.
That was a great better times. I haven't seen that for a while, but I did see it a couple years ago. I dropped down. I fell to my knees laughing.
I've seen it numerous times. That's the common one. Prayers for Bullet.
Yeah, prayers for Bullet. We hope that, and I hope that he gets well soon, so you can have him at your house until.
And then this is just if Trixie has a lot going on with Sip being out of town, so we're just there as a support staff. So, but we are ready. We have a bed set up for Bullet.
Well, that's great. We hope that Bullet is healed today, tomorrow, and he's back. In the Busch household. When we come back, Tom Brady does not want his son to play football because of high expectations. I wonder how that goes for elite athletes and their kids. We'll discuss that next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exact Emerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at coppellcars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount, must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
This
good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Zip and Jay, brought to you by Dana Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We had quite a bit of response on the text line regarding the double bird and also the situation on the golf course. Now, this didn't happen. We were saying a situation where double birds could arise. On the golf course. Yes. I didn't hit the ball into anybody. I didn't hit the ball back at anybody. But
which we all think is
you
gold.
said, though, when that happens, it's hilarious.
Yes,
when people do that. Someone says usually people don't hit back; they just stomp your ball into the ground.
That's a classic one too. That's a classic.
Sorry about your lie, man.
And when you get to the ball, which is funny because if it's in a scramble, you just pull it out.
Pull
anyway.
it up. Oh wow, you got
me there.
Shucks.
Yeah.
Yep, plop it up.
Yeah, the stomp on the ball is a classic also, but never is it as good as you hitting it back at them.
Yep.
Yes. So everyone knows that's the response we're looking for.
Wet Blanket says regarding when you can or can't do the double bird. I pretty much think we agree with this, Bill. He says you can only do the double bird in a car.
I really feel that's it. I really do. I have a hard time going beyond that to where it's.
I can't. like you right now, I can't say you piss me off. I did double birds right now. No way.
I always enjoy though when someone goes out of their way to roll the window down and go out the window with a single bird, but out the window.
If it wasn't raining, I might have thought about
single bird out the window is really good.
The rain prevented me from rolling the window down. I really did think about it for a second.
I wouldn't have been as frustrated as you because I'd have been happy we were getting rain. I'd have been like, God,
that's
we need
nice.
the moisture.
The problem is it sucks driving in the rain.
Yes,
and there's
I'd say
possibly
I would have been embracing the rain. I'd have been so happy for the farmers and everyone. Yes.
I don't like playing golf in rain, so I wasn't exactly looking at, but it didn't rain on
once
us.
You got out there.
It rained for a smidge of time.
Yeah. Notice you haven't mentioned much. You guys kind of got smoked out there at Holdridge, right?
We didn't play that well.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
That doesn't come up, has it?
We didn't play great. I played okay day 2. Day 1, not great. It was in the 70s both days. I mean, respectable that way, but that's
you guys were a non-factor.
We were not
not in anything.
My team, David, God bless his heart, and Dieck, great people. Stayed with them, awesome people. Gifts and things. Shout out Holdridge, great people. We didn't play well. We didn't.
What if you get invited out to the McCook? Someone out there to a member.
Oh yeah, guest. I don't think I'm going. I like that golf. Heritage Hills is a great golf course, but
it'd be nice to know. Maybe we can track down that car, the Oldsmobile. We think 48 count. What color was the car?
I think it was. Well, it was like kind of a cream color.
Kind of a cream color.
Cream tan.
We catch any other digits? We can find this person.
I should have taken a picture.
Yes, I should have had that. It'd been nice to track that down.
I didn't do that, but thank you for all the texts there. 464-5685. I saw this over the weekend, Bill, that Tom Brady was talking to ESPN about just a variety of things, mostly about him, the Vegas situation with the Raiders and being, looking at some potential part ownership of the Raiders and being involved there. But he was also talking about his kid and his desires for what he does with his life. And he was telling ESPN, I really hope he does not go into football because of the ridiculous expectations that will be put on top of him because of my career as a football player. I don't know if we think about that enough in terms of, hey, when you have a kid that, this guy could be the next, he could be just like his dad. It's really hard for a kid to live up to what their parents did in a sport. Like, I guess, is that common for what you think that, hey, if a football player doesn't want his kid to play football because it's going to be hard to get expectations met there at all or not?
I can see where he's coming from because the expectation part is hard. You just want your son to do or daughter what they really, really enjoy, to build it, to play the sport that they enjoy. And sometimes maybe that's not their same passion. It would never be, I know it. So I didn't have, I've got daughters, didn't have a son. I know if I had a son, it was like, I don't want to play football. I would not have cared one bit. I would have, because
you wouldn't be mad.
I would say, especially football, you don't dip your toe in that one. You might go play some pickup basketball, some other games, softball, whatever, baseball, some sort of games. Football, you don't dabble in. It's a full contact sport. People can run 50 yards and hit you as hard as they can right in the chest. There's a lot to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot to that sport.
That can hurt.
And all the things that go with it. So not saying it's a harder sport or you're not as tough in other spots. I know numerous basketball players that obviously would have been unbelievable football players too. They were just so much more talented.
Right.
Eric Strickland's one would have definitely been he easily would have been a starter at the University of Nebraska through on some of those great teams on football. He was happened to be also an NBA basketball talent.
not bad.
So
pretty good.
Did the right movement on that. But the expectation part, like that's a little bit. You just want to let them kind of be their own person, do their own thing. But I understand with what he's saying, and I'm sure there's parts of him deep down inside he knows the violence of the game, how violent the game is, and boy, that's when it's yourself. But boy, when that's your son out there. That's a hard one to take. When you're watching the game and you see it, and your son's the quarterback, and all of a sudden he just gets crushed. That's a little hard to watch for mom and dad.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. There's a couple years ago I saw a few different famous linebackers. I think Ray Lewis was one of them that said they wouldn't want their kids playing football. Like Ray Lewis, one of the hardest hitters of all time. If he says that because of and that was more because of the not because of the fame. That was because of the violence of the sport.
It's a violent sport. It is based off. Obviously, when you get into what's violent sport, well, you got your boxing, you have your all the ultimate fighting things that they do. That's obviously everything's trying to knock someone else out. So that's obviously very violent. But this sport's a violent sport, and like I said, you don't dip your toe in it. Also, 99.99999% when you quit playing, it's the last time you play. like that. I would imagine if you talk to most basketball players, okay, your college career over, you didn't play in the NBA or you didn't go on, or you played a couple years in Spain or whatever it is, they probably still played some basketball. Some sport, they kind of did some sort of a thing. Sometimes there used to always be in baseball, they would go even from high school to Legion ball in the summer. Then a lot of places used to have town team baseball. You just continue to play into your 20s, maybe 30s, you still play baseball. Football, you don't do that. You don't get, hey, let's try to get 40 guys together, get some gear, let's play some ball. Let's get some guys. That doesn't happen. And so that's one of those sports when you're done with it. So it's like I said, it has a lot of violence to it. And also it's such a team building game that also would be one of those things. That's also why you don't dabble in it afterwards. But I would be in the same phase as maybe that some of the great players that said they don't want their kids to play because of the violence. I'd be somewhat with that because I see what it's like. I've seen the contacts. I've seen the contacts in practice where it's like, oh, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. And we're trying to make it as safe as possible. But when you decide to sign up for football, when you decide to play the game, there's risks. That's part of it. It's kind of I'm gonna race motocross. There's risk.
A lot of risk there.
A lot
for
of risk.
sure.
I'm gonna race cars. There's risk, and so there's always risk that goes along with it. But as a parent, you're like, I wish they were doing something different at times.
From the text line before we get to break here, we have a text from Dakota with a picture. Says Bill would probably appreciate this. I'm listening out on the lake while catching some walleye.
Where's this happening at?
Dakota, yeah, Dakota, where are you
Please
at?
text that, Dakota.
Dakota sends
Also,
a picture of the fish.
Yes. Also, Dakota, I have a vehicle and I can travel to lakes. If that helps at all.
And I'm free after the show.
Yeah, yes, I'm free after the show. I can make.
We can fish this morning.
I think
possibly.
I can have some fun stories to tell in the boat, and then maybe we could get Duke to come too.
Oh God.
Yeah, that would be.
You
great.
get Duke there. Everyone needs to be there for that. Needs to happen. Before we get to break, Bill, I got to tell you, I told you about this for weeks, but it finally happened on Thursday. On Thursday, my chair was delivered by Barnwood and Leather to my house.
And you sent photos.
I did. It's an Omnia chair. It's like a reclining chair, but it has its own ottoman also. It's very comfortable. I tried it out last night. I got back from a long day in Beamer, was tired, needed to veg a little bit, and I sat back in the chair, and I almost fell asleep right away because it was that comfortable.
Did it still have like a new car smell?
Oh, God, it's going to have that for a long time. I mean, leather smells good for a long time.
Yes.
It's going to smell new for a long time, unless I go, and sit on it when I'm smelling.
Well, I'm going down there. I'm going down to
check out Barnwood and Leather. They got great furniture. It's all American made. They've got tables. They've got cool looking clocks. They've got chairs, sofas, everything. Barnwood and Leather, 14th and Yankee Hill. Check it out. It's great stuff. I love my chair. You can get your own chair also at Barnwood.
We're getting one. We're getting one. We're
14th.
Me and Laura have committed to that.
Well,
that and a bed for Bullet.
Got to do that.
Yes.
We already have that.
Yes.
Bed for Bullet.
Yes, have that.
We hope to see Bullet soon. Prayers for Bullet. Prayers for Sip's dog, Bullet. Need that indeed. When we come back, Song of the Day and Monday edition of Bill's Thrills on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Join us on Tuesday, June 6th at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 40th and Old Cheney for Customer Appreciation Day. Enjoy 59-cent wings all day and your favorite sports talk show host on the air from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come hang out with us for Customer Appreciation Day on Tuesday, June 6th at the 40th and Old Cheney Buffalo Wings and Rings.
It's summertime at the Lincoln YMCA. With 3 outdoor pools, swim lessons, camps, youth sports, and child watch, there's never a dull moment for the kids. Take your wellness goals to new heights with the Y's vast array of cardio and strength training options, free group exercise classes, and the dedicated help of their specialists that will work with you to implement a plan customized to meet your needs. With 4 convenient locations, there's a YMCA near you. Let's make this the best summer yet. Visit ymcalincoln.org to join today. The YMCA, for a better us.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
Keisei Tamanaga is returning to Nebraska. Just elevates the ceiling of what Nebraska basketball can be this upcoming year. This feels good. Nebraska basketball feels good going in.
When you think of Keisei Tominagi, you think of threes, right? And obviously he shot 40% from three-point range this last season. Just a highlight waiting to happen with him. And I believe that his cuts off the ball on the offensive end and his ability to finish quickly, he just catches it and finishes it all in one motion. I think that's going to be extremely important for him.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket.
Once again, your song of the day from 1976, Devil Woman by Cliff Richard. No, this is not about the gal who was tailgating me, by the way. That's not why I brought that song up.
That's Devil
She's
Woman.
not Devil Woman. 464-568-51 is bad. 10 is good. Texture rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day. Where'd you go to there, Bill?
Well, 1970. I went to 1976 is where I went. When the song came out. That was outstanding. That is just, I could picture Cliff recording this song. I could just picture him recording this song. That is kind of a lead-up song, which means it's kind of what I mean, a lead-up song. It's something you're getting ready to go out. You're getting ready to do something. It'd be something you have on your 8-track player in your room or something after you getting ready. It's like Friday night. You're in high school, or for me, junior high or something at that time. That'd be something that'd be going on in my head. Great song, great lyrics. I'm going to give it an 8.44.
Whoa. It's pretty high.
Yeah, 8.
I told you you'd like that song.
I knew
before
it.
the day.
I had no idea. If you said who sang it, I have no idea.
No, you wouldn't. Like, he's a one-hit wonder. I'm pretty sure Cliff was a one-hit wonder. Yeah. Some response here. BIB says 6.75. Leroy a 4.8 from Steve, Mike, and Dalton. A 5. Guilt Nerd goes exacts 6.3333.
Nice.
Okay. Rod says, have a good week, guys. It's an 8. That has not aged badly at all. That song.
I enjoy it. Really enjoyed it.
Jennifer, 8.2. Hubby, 7.1. Shout out Novotny Nutrition and Wellness with those guys. Mark and Lincoln, 9.167. Who in Columbus, Bill?
Bird.
Hey, just a 3 from Bird. Just a 3 from.
I respect him.
Didn't like that one. John in Des Moines says that's a cool song, a 7. James and Lincoln, 9.5. Ryan, a 0.37.
Wow, down on
like
it.
That.
Did not like that one.
John in Fremont, 6.8. 8.2 from Stan. Nyla, a 7. 8.2 from David also. And a 5.6 from Greg in Michigan. Again, your song of the day was Devil Woman by Cliff Richard from 1976.
It was good also to hear from the Aging Gracefully people, because we're still trying to, I'll somewhat apologize for Sipple's take on Aging Gracefully, to make stuff up to make everyone feel better.
That's right. That was his take on Friday.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And he was proud of that.
He was very proud of it.
He researched it. He was like, I'm
he had notes.
I'm ready today.
I have something here that's really good. He said, yes, that was concerning.
Make stuff up.
Make stuff up.
This is my son,
the publisher. It'll make them feel better and make you feel better.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
He's used it as build your profile. That was his plan.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, before Bill throws 1 second for us to play a legal ID. Give me 1 second.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Without further ado, it is time to get the intro for Bill's Thrills on a Monday.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
We need bonanza. Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Last week was Memorial Day, so we didn't have a Football Facts Monday.
Did not.
We do this week. So, Bill, the floor is yours. Football Facts on a Monday.
Awesome. I'm going to discuss today on Football Facts the craziness of college coaching. The craziness of college coaching. And I'm talking about time spent. And this is going to be twofold. And I'm going to talk about, this was very much common knowledge. And I listened to an interview with Coach Saban this weekend that was interesting. And I hadn't really put it together, even though we've been on this path for several years. But this was common knowledge that in coaching, you worked 37 weeks out of the 52 that you worked all 7 days of the week.
Okay.
So you're working straight 7 days a week. 30. Think about that. 37 weeks. You're working 7 days a week. And on those days, probably not one of them is 8 to 5. Not one of them. So people always get, I work 16 hours a day. But you're just going to say on the average, you're putting in a 12 to 14 hour day. That's kind of what it is.
7 days in a row. Yeah, wow.
That now, as Coach Saban brought up, has changed because of the new rules, how June is, and with what's going on. It's now 44 weeks.
7 days a week.
44 weeks you work 7 days a week. And the other 8, don't think you're off.
Yeah.
Don't think that you're like off those times. So it is just the what is being counted on, which went back to when I discussed how crazy it is that they only allow 10 coaches in Division I. So what they do is they just pile everything on that one particular coach above and beyond, because in the NFL, it's your job to coach them.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else's job to get the talent. They're the ones doing the evaluation, the GMs, the scouts. They're the ones that get the talent. In college, you get both. Also in the NFL, you're selecting them to come to you, where in college, you're trying to convince them to select you. So the work is way more. Now, first, I make sure this is crystal clear, though. They chose the profession. So no one was drafted into this situation.
That's fair.
So I never felt you should ever complain about the hours yourself, because that is something that you signed up for. If you don't want to do those hours, do something else. But those hours are going to be available. And like it's been discussed, as coaches, we've brought this upon ourselves with how we set up camps, how was voted in to be able to do official visits in June. I don't think people have any idea the mayhem, the nuts, and the misery of June. Because during June, you have camps, you have official visitors, and then you also have, during that time, you're going to do prep stuff. So you're watching. I'll give you an example. When I was coaching, well, we didn't have as many. There was no official visits, but I'm at Nebraska with Tom Osborne and his staff. We had more camps at that time. But every day during camp, when camp got over at 11:30, 11:45 for the morning session, everyone immediately reported to the offense and defensive staff, and we prepped for the season. And we'd be watching whoever we were opening up with, whoever teams. We were watching Oklahoma, Florida State, whoever we're going to play. We would watch them from roughly 11:45 until probably 1 o'clock. You had to be back on the field at 1:30. There wasn't a second wasted with what had to happen. Well, now to give you an example, this happened last year. I'm sure this happened this weekend with Nebraska. They had official visitors in. So as an assistant coach, that means most likely you're at the complex somewhere around 5 a.m., 5 to 6 a.m. And by the time you get the parents back to the hotel and done for the night, it's usually midnight, and sometimes it runs later. And so that's the day.
Whole day's busy.
So you're looking at like the assistant coaches, and what I did this last year, several days over 20 hours, and then had to come right back and back up. And those also would happen. We'd have they had a Friday Night Lights camp. We had a camp with official visitors there. So as soon as Friday Night Lights camp got over, you went and met up with the parents for recruiting. So that's the how it goes through. So it's a lot. Also, give you an example. That's how we did that with Coach Osborne, with Coach O. We'd have the same thing going on, but when we had camp, we'd get done at maybe like 11:30 off the field. By 11:35, you were expected to be in the full staff room, and they had food for you. Your food was set in front of your deal. So you got there at 11:35, and I mean, if you were late, things were rolling. And it was like, okay, we got to watch the film. So we had personally filmed all the prospects that were in camp. So we'd go through every prospect that was there to watch him in camps. We watch to make sure, because a lot of times what was going on was those kids then were showering, because a lot of kids only came to the one section. They come to the morning or the afternoon. So if they came in the morning and we'd already knew about him, we'd watched him, we'd seen their film, he did really good in camp. Coach O wanted to make sure we got him immediately up to his office before the next session started at 1:30. And so from the time you got there, so again, you would be on this is without official visitors, or if there was official visitors, that's how you went your day. You'd be there at 5 a.m., go through the whole deal, go through camp, have that inner camp like that you used every second, right back on the field coaching. Then right when you got done with camp, you're back into recruiting mode. Then you're off to your official visits. And that goes the entire month of June. So really you work in the month of June, you really work 3 months. The month of June is probably three and a half months as far as what you put in. So a lot of respect for the coaches. I've been through that numerous times. I've been through the new era of what it's like to build to get through that. But I always go back to the fact that we also selected it. So you don't have to do it. That's also why there's also a pick for those when you love football, that you'd like to be in the NFL, because you know what you do in the NFL when you're on vacation? You leave the building and you don't even look. There's nothing to do. You just leave the building. It's not like, hey, make sure you're talking to so-and-so at Tampa Bay. Can't do that. That's illegal. Can't do any of those things. So you just coach your guys, and then there's no guardian of your desk, and then no matter what you're also doing as assistant football coach, you could also do more. Sometimes you're just like, hey, I just have to sleep at some point in time. But you could always text one more person. You always check one more thing. And so it's really hard not to be lazy, but not to get, just make sure you're doing every little detail in the preparation to get players on your team with that.
I would imagine it's difficult for an assistant coach to go from college to NFL and then back to college.
It'd be extremely difficult, especially if you were out for 4 or 5 years. Let's just say you've been out for about 7 years now, and you come back like, oh yeah, I've done this. They're like, no, you haven't.
Things have changed, my friend.
You have no idea what's going to hit you in the face with that. What about recruiting? Well, there's recruiting. There's also NIL. There's also portal. There's all the different phases of it. So like I said, it changed from the 4% each year to 80% in 1 year. So there's been remarkable changes. And for an NFL coach, then everyone works hard, don't get me wrong. But for an NFL coach to have to all of a sudden come back, then all of a sudden, hey, you got to make 20 recruiting calls. You got to send text to your recruits every single day to start the day off. Then you have to correspond with them all day long. So all those things that they'd be like, they'd be mind blown for how that works. Like, oh my Lord, this is a lot. That's why you see a lot of coaches when they have opportunities, they're like, man, I'm going to stay in the NFL. I'm going to stay in the NFL.
Yeah.
But you also have a chance in college ball to make your roster much better because you can improve your roster dramatically, where NFL say, hey, we all got so many draft picks. And that's what you have. You got 7 draft picks, you got free agencies, and you got undrafted free agents. That's how we get our team better. But most of those are all in the selection mode. And really, like, you have some input as an assistant coach, but nothing like the GM does and the scouts and all that. They're the ones, and the head coach. But, as far as like the DB coach, not so much.
All right. That was Bill's Thrills. Good football facts Monday about how it goes in the profession. The hours you work are crazy. We already assumed that, but now there's more than people realize in the work.
Like I said, it's selected that way. Yeah. And remember, it's not less hours if you're in a smaller conference. It's not less. If you're coaching at Utah State, same number as if you're coaching at Alabama. They're identicals across the board.
That's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Mid-Plains Advisors. Call Dirk, Scott, and Ty for your financial needs. Mid-Plains Advisors. Top of the hour, some gifts for us, and also a situation college baseball suspension for a celebration. Discuss that next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400. Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at copplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount, must trade in and finance with a roof credit.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered thunderstorms will once again develop this afternoon. It will be hot again with a high near 90. East wind at around 10. Tonight, a few passing clouds, a low down to 64. More of the same tomorrow. High temps up to around 91. And a very slim chance of isolated thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Old School with DP&J.
Remember, we still got to factor in the offensive line, the receivers we don't know about.
I'm looking at individual here. Chuba has not done anything to date here.
He's been a starter here.
Oh, and?
He's been a starter.
Okay.
Here.
And
that's one more.
Two coaches got fired.
He didn't get him fired. Look, Chuba ain't the reason why.
I'm not saying he get fired, but he didn't do anything. He didn't stop me from bringing in Jeff Sims.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple again out today. If you missed the first part of the show, he's in Texas for a couple days, back on Thursday. Bill Busch, Jake Sorensen with you here on Early Break. Fun show so far. You get the podcast at theticketfm.com. Hour 2 is sponsored by Midwest Bank, member FDIC, located in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by the end of the year. And speaking of Midwest Bank, Bill, this morning we were doing our first segment and we saw Brad walk through. Brad Coyne from Midwest Bank.
I got very excited. What was he here for?
He brought us some gifts for the show.
Midwest Bank. That's incredible. Brand new location. Starting soon.
70th and Pioneers.
What do we get? What do we got?
So we've got some hats, red hats that say Midwest Bank. But what's important is they're personalized.
Yes.
On the back here, yours says Coach B.
Oh, I love that.
So
look at that. It's got the ticket on the side.
It's wow.
You
got the ticket logo
look at
on
that.
the side of these hats.
No, I've got to enlarge mine. We know I've got a huge head.
So here's mine. It says Jake on the back there.
Nice,
got that one.
Jake.
We'll give Sip his on Wednesday, but his says Sip here.
Sip.
See that? Here's the hat.
What Sip get called one time?
I
can't remember what that was.
I forget. Tip. DP has a hat also, courtesy of Midwest Bank. So thank you to Brad for that. And we have one from Mark too. So that's what we got. Put it on there. But I can put mine on too. I'll get mine on also. So thank you again to our 7 a.m. sponsors, Midwest Bank, Brian, Brad, the team down there, good people at Midwest Bank.
Okay, now I've got something also that came in here from Mike from Delaware / Waterloo. It was a epic, really nice card. And it was a nice picture of him and his family. Notice on here, Mike, that all of your son-in-laws are much taller than you.
They are.
They're all much taller than you at that. But he has. We talked about being fathers of girls like that. So he's had 4 like that. So he's got a lot of things going on out there, and all of them are all married and all pregnant right now. Just so everyone knows. So we got grandkids en route on their way. But this is so nice. And so he sent in a box. And I think, Jake, you checked the number. What was the price of the mailing?
It was just shy of $20.
Just shy of 20. It was a very, very, very heavy. But what he sent.
If you're watching the stream, you want to get to the stream right now. Look at this stuff.
I've got, I believe, 30 VHS tapes of different Husker things. Just everything that's ever been sold on VHS tapes. I have a giant box of them. He sent every single one. And everyone is in just mint condition. It's incredible.
That one there says the Cornhusker, is it Chronicle?
The Osborne teams.
Cornhusker collection, the Huskers, the Osborne teams, yeah.
It does. Everything is on there.
That one almost came out of the box.
My favorite one is I have a VHS copy of the Game of the Century.
You do?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
1971.
That's pretty cool.
Like that. Well, when I was growing up, we had the audio tape of Lyle Bremser doing the Game of the Century on radio, and we used to listen to it when we would go on vacation. We'd listen to the Game of the Century from like 10 years ago. So let's listen. They popped the Game of the Century.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it was great. Listen to and just hearing Lyle Bremser was just epic. But Mike, thank you so much. That was so kind of you. Obviously, a devoted listener, and really, really, really appreciate it. And thanks for the update on your family. That was tremendous.
By the way, you asked what they called Sip. Somebody called them Skip that one time.
That's right. That's Skip. Skip.
It's been around forever. Who calls him Skip?
Hey, Skip.
So once again, thank you to Midwest Bank for the hats.
Yes.
Brad, thanks for bringing those in, and the stitched in the back. Mine says
incredible.
Jake, says Coach B on it.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Thank you for that, and then thank you to Mike from Waterloo for delivering you all these different VHS tapes.
Yes, and we still have a VCR. I know where it's at.
You can find it. Yeah, get it going.
We're gonna hook that up.
So there's a situation in college baseball.
Thought this was very interesting.
We have the World Series. It's not quite here, but we have the tournaments going on right now. College baseball tournament for college baseball, and there is a player from Indiana,
second baseman,
who hits a home run.
No, someone else hit the home run.
Okay, yeah,
he's the one who got suspended.
Right.
Yes,
hits a teammate hits a home run, and he comes out to celebrate on the field, and he brings a.
It was a chain, was one thing, and something else. But it's a celebration chain. It'd be like the turnover chain in football,
Miami,
or whatever, a belt, different things that you see. Props. The word is props,
right?
That we're looking for. And what happened was, what I thought was crazy was in the article there was a lot of pushback that why he got suspended, and then this is crap, and this rule needs to change. But it's funny because the rule's crystal clear. If you bring a prop onto the field after a home run or any sort of celebration, the rule is you are suspended for the remainder of that game, and then you are also suspended for the next game.
Mm-hmm.
It's the rule. It has been very well documented. But from what I read on it today, was it had gotten out of hand with all the props. So the NCAA stepped in and said, we're not doing props anymore. If they come onto the field, I'm not even sure. I believe in the dugout, that might have been okay. I'm not sure what the dugout part was, but if they come on the field, and he just broke the rule. He came on the field with the celebration chain, put it around the guy's neck, and then people were kind of complaining, like, how can this happen? It's like, follow the rules.
Well, so yes, you're right. That you can have this in the dugout. You can't take it out of the dugout. That's NCAA rules. So that's
not that
here.
much. That's not asking that much.
Leave it in the dugout. It's called the Crimson Chain. What they called the Crimson Chain that Tyler Cerny brought out. That's the guy who got suspended and ejected from that game. But he got suspended for one more game beyond that. But the problem here, Bill, is you are right. By the rules, it's not legal. But people are trying to say this. They're trying to make baseball not fun. There's always been this debate the last couple of years about the bat flip in baseball. Is it something that you should celebrate or you should condemn when it comes to baseball? And baseball is getting tougher to find on TV and watch. And so, although this is again, it is by the rules, it is correct what the umpires did. Fans are saying it's not right. The guy was having some fun. Give him a break here. You say no. He should. They were correct on this.
I just did that. First of all, please don't be on the umpire.
No, he's following the rules.
He followed the rules. There was some pushback to him too. Oh, you could have overlooked it. That's the rule. Then you overlook that stuff. That's when you get fired and lose your job. So I'm not a fan of all those things. I understand the fun part of it, but it's just kind of crazy how that has taken place. But you can still have it in the dugout. That's not that bad. And the reason the rule went in, obviously, is because it had gotten out of hand. That's why the rule change happened. Yeah. And I guarantee that was a sit down. There was a video presentation to the team from the head coach, probably from someone from the rules committee to let them know, is everybody crystal clear? These are the rules.
Now, do you believe the rules suck or not?
I think it's more than fair. You can have it in the dugout, not coming out with. Can you imagine? You're sitting there, you're telling me you're watching a game, you're watching Nebraska play. Here comes all these props and every time it's a home run, every time someone runs out and puts a chain on him as he's rounding third. I'm like, is that what you want? That's not. I would not. I agree. You want to have some fun. I understand a little bit, maybe crazy handshakes, a little celebration, all those things. But no, that does not bother me. Breakers, love to hear from you on that. But the rule was broken.
Breakers 464-5685. Do you have any problem with the ejection and suspension of Tyler Cerny, who again in their game against Kentucky, they just hit a 3-run home run to take a lead. They were down 3-1. They go up 4-3 with this home run late in the game, and Tyler Cerny comes out with the Crimson Chain to celebrate. Out of the again, if it stays in the dugout, there's no problem here. But by the rules, you bring it out of the dugout. That's a ejection and suspension for the next game, which happened yesterday when they played Kentucky. Also, are you okay with that, or do you believe that it was something that should have been forgiven? Or
I have a hard time believing that the coach, let's say it was Coach Bolt, I have a hard time believing he looked at him and said, "You know what? You got screwed. I'm glad you went out there and did the celebration." I'm sure he was like, "What are you doing? The rule's clear. What are you doing?" I would guess he probably just screwed up, got too excited, took it out there, but maybe made a mistake with that because it hadn't happened all throughout the years. Like he's been suspended 6 times or something. But so I have some feeling for him in that aspect if he just got too excited and acted that way, but just the way it is.
Here's some response coming in the text line 464-5685. Durant says rules are rules.
Thank you, Durant.
Side there. Who in Columbus?
Bird
says it's BS. Too harsh.
Too harsh.
Too harsh. Should not have been.
But the rule is the rule. It's just kind of like arguing when you get picked up for speeding that you feel that it should have been the speed limit should be higher right here.
Yep.
I think the speeding should be 70 here instead of 60. That's okay. You probably have you might be right. You might be correct.
It's too bad.
But the rule is this.
Fair. Gary says props don't belong in the field of play regardless of any sport.
That's my take, and I know. Like I said, what does Sipple call me? A curmudgeon? Is that the word?
Curmudgeon. Yeah.
Yes.
So you hate the turnover chain then in Miami?
I don't like that. I don't like the turnover chain. I don't like any. That just not. It was so funny when the turnover chain was rolling so well for Miami. Then the next couple of years they just were just horrible. Couldn't get in the changes. Yeah. They kept showing the chain just sitting there in the box. It's like this.
There's no turnovers
never
here
like that. So that does never excite me.
Austin says no problem with the ejection suspension at all. So right now we're hearing mostly people are saying it's fine. The rules are the rules. It's very clear. You broke the rule. I know it's excited, but hey,
could you imagine someone bringing a home run chain out every time someone hit a home run or some prop?
It would get over the top probably. Especially that would be 8 home runs in the game.
And I will say this in general on the chain stuff that I'm not a fan of in football. It does take place way back on the sideline on the bench. And the only reason it really gets seen is because the TV cameras go to it. That's why I can see. But at least it happens on the bench area.
Good take here, and this is right. If you ever watch an MLB game, this is exactly right. Someone says almost every major league team has a dugout celebration that does not include coming onto the field. That's right. You see a lot. They always show the video of the dugout, but it's in the dugout. It's in the dugout.
Yeah, they're pros.
They're professionals. They can celebrate properly here.
Yeah, be a pro.
They can have fun, but do it without getting suspended or ejected from the game. I again, right now, I thought there'd be more people pushing back on this and saying, no, this is crap. They should be let it go. But Bill, they're on your side here. They're on the ump side. They're on your side.
That's what's been nice, and it's happened a lot in my marriage too. If there's a discrepancy, I always end up being right. And also in this is kind of nice like that. I think my wife would probably agree with that.
I'm sure she would. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course.
But I don't know. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but those are my feelings on it. Everybody has their own opinion.
This is kind of what I thought too. Vern says, I agree. What's next for props? Coming out, putting on a floaty duck around the player, like a floaty. Can you imagine like all this stuff comes out?
Yeah, once you get to the point of like, okay, there is, you can have a prop. What is the prop? Where does it stop? That's why. And again, it had been addressed by the rules committee. That's who did it. This wasn't like the president of the NCAA didn't come down and make this rule. This was by there's a rules committee that looks at everything. They think through it, discuss. I would imagine that most of the managers / coaches were probably in full agreement. I would imagine they'd be like, I think this is probably, we don't need that. That's not a good thing.
Nancy says she says you might want to sleep with one eye open tonight, Bill.
I apologize immediately, Nancy, with that one. My wife runs the place. Don't kid yourself. My wife runs our family. Without her, the whole place shuts down.
I'm the same boat here.
Yeah, this whole place right now. If all of a sudden for a month, if it's like, hey, Bill, how about if you handle the bills? We'd have no cable. We'd have nothing. We'd have no idea. And I'd be like, where's the checkbook out? It's like, well, it's online. We do it online. I don't how is that done? I would be at the bank for
what's my PIN number?
Do you have a PIN number? How do I get into this? The number of times I send out the panic. Do you know? Yes. How do I find this? So she runs everything. Yeah, she runs everything. So like I said, if she just took a 1 month hiatus, it would be.
She'd come back. You'd be disheveled.
It'd be mayhem.
You'd be a choppy beard because you'd fall apart.
I would completely fall apart. Laura runs everything.
You'd have
ketchup, and she's smoking hot.
You'd have ketchup on your shirt.
I would. I don't eat much ketchup.
Okay, you'd have mustard, maybe.
Mustard could be
mustard on
barbecue
your shirt.
sauce could be on my shirt.
Yeah, possibly. Just all sorts of crap everywhere. Yes. Thank you for all the texts there, 464-5685. Real quick before we get to break, reminder: hey, if you want solar in your house, Bill, it's important. It's important.
Yes, the sun, the power of the sun.
That's right. It is important.
It's amazing.
It's big. Solar by Alpine Electric. Rick and his crew. It's a local company. They'll be with you from the start to the finish. The owner's there, Rick, from Solar by Alpine Electric. Call them today. Call them up. Solar by Alpine.
I don't know if I'll get it done this week, but I'm going to get Rick out to our house.
You should.
We're going to talk through some things.
Solar by Alpine Electric is your go-to there. Give Rick a call today. When we come back, hey, we just talked about celebrations in college baseball. How about some fines coming down in college football for celebrations, Bill, on these field? We'll just talk about what's coming to the SEC next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese Beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings. If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered thunderstorms will once again develop this afternoon. It will be hot again with a high near 90. East wind at around 10. Tonight, a few passing clouds, a low down to 64. More of the same tomorrow. High temps up to around 91 and a very slim chance of isolated thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I wonder if I'll receive a text today from Sip of an empty plate again of food, like he sent me yesterday.
I'd like to see that.
I just want to see send me the pre-picture today. I want to see what the food was like before. I don't want just the ribs, the bones of the ribs, and the eating corn cob and the drank beer. Come on, man.
I'm going to go on record to say if there's anything that should be banned from social media is just that.
Picture,
though.
yeah,
food
pictures.
Food pictures. I'm like, there's nothing. I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I do
not
what
need
your
to see a
big plate
picture
of
of your
food
meal.
looks like.
Yes, do not need to see it. Nothing whatsoever. No.
I'm with you there.
No.
Ban them.
Some sort of a cool picture outside of a location they're at that's like,
Sure.
hey, you should check this
Show where
place
you're
out.
at.
That's okay.
I don't need to see your plate
I don't need
of
to see
food.
it like that. Oh, wow, that's a steak. Amazing.
Never seen one before.
Yeah,
Incredible.
amazing. Is that spaghetti? Wow. Thank you.
But it's just
And then
food.
people like it. I'm like, what are we doing?
Wow, Bill has spoken. Bill has
Yes.
spoken on social media pictures. That's good. I appreciate that. So we talked last segment about the celebration that they got Tyler Cerny of Indiana suspended and ejected from the game, suspended for the Sunday game against Kentucky. Now I saw this also regarding celebrations. Now let's go back quickly to last year, and we all watched the epic Alabama, or we at least caught. You probably caught at least footage of it or the highlights of Alabama-Tennessee, where Tennessee was hosting Alabama, a high-scoring game. The Volunteers win. They stormed the field for like an hour. The goalposts got taken out of the stadium. Like they end up in the river. They ended up in the river somehow. Parts of the goalposts were taken out. It was awesome. The SEC, they had their meetings last week. They had the meetings in Destin, Florida. They have increased the fines and security measures in an effort to stop fans from storming the field or the court. This is from CBS Sports. They said the first offense will cost the home school $100,000. Second offense, $250,000. And the third offense and beyond, $500,000. Let's say it's happened in the Big Ten. If Trev Alberts had these fines facing him for Nebraska beating Michigan or something like that, I think you gladly pay him, right? So you know what? That sucks. We lose money, but these fans are having a hell of a time. I'm not going to stop them from storming the field after what's been a rough go at Nebraska, right? Wouldn't you as an AD say bring on the fines for that or not?
Well, obviously they're doing it for safety.
They are.
And there are some things there. There's been numerous accounts of interactions between, very excited fans and players. They want to get in the face, maybe the opponent, the coach. So from being on the field, I don't know if I've ever been on a reverse storm. I've been on where the team I was coaching stormed.
Okay.
And even that, it's like, but you can get away from it. You can get away from it as an assistant coach. You can kind of get away from it. But it's a lot. I remember the first time I saw what it was like to be on the field at LSU. There was a field storming when we beat Georgia at LSU. They were ranked second, I think, at the time. And it was crazy. Now, I will say this. I think they're just finding a way to gather money, because you can't tell me it's like, okay, Vanderbilt, they've stormed the field twice, but you just upset Georgia and it's $500,000, so we're not going to storm it now. They're storming it. There's a lot of talk that I've been listening to. It's like, what do you do when you just know the field storming's coming? And let's just say that the game's kind of out. So let's just say that you have the ball and you're just going to take some knees to get out of there. What can you do to get the other team off the field in time? What is the time that you can have to be able to get someone off the field? So the safety things are real. I don't think the money is going to deter anybody, because it's not their money. It's not like all of a sudden every time everyone who jumps on the field has to pay $10. So it's not going to deter someone from jumping on it. You try to educate them the best they can. And the best thing you can do is be like whatever you do, please be safe to our players. Please, please, please be safe to the opponent players and coach, because it does get hectic down as you're trying to get through things and get back on it. So I don't know if the money is going to make a big deal. All it says to me is that it's been addressed. And so if I'm the commissioner, whoever, it's like, we've addressed this. We know it's a problem. We have to get it stopped. And I think what they're doing is they're just building up to each school. Auburn get your stuff together, because if it happens, here's the cost. And if it happens again, here's the next cost. And I'm pretty sure it's not by season. So it's not like this is like for eternity.
Yeah, it's going forward. Yeah.
So all of a sudden, it's like 4 years from now, it's like, yeah, we need the 500 now.
Yep.
That happened again. Now, I will say this: we want the safety part of it. Can you imagine? Like you said, Nebraska upsets Michigan this year. They're number one in the country. Nebraska upsets Michigan. They storm the field, and they charge them $250,000, and you just do a GoFundMe on.
Oh, they get covered.
They'd have the money in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, here you go.
Take it. Here you go. Yeah. Here you go, Nebraska.
Here you go.
Gladly funded.
Yeah,
do it again.
Be funded. But it's a major safety issue. We have all been part of it. It's happened here, where there's been, deservingly so or not, that where players too have retaliated and hit fans, and probably because I'm not defending either way, but it's just they were probably terrified, and people are getting in your face. It's hard not to also have a reaction. If all of a sudden you're on the losing team and you're coming off the field and some fan jumps in your face, that'd be really hard. So they're what they're trying to do is they're really putting it on the school. What are we going to do? The problem is, as we know, which we've seen numerous times, is when a field storming stops, the worst thing you can do as security-wise, really, is trying at all costs to stop it. So if it's a student section that's coming onto the field and you try to do everything you can to stop it, and then here comes the whole wave. And it happened at the University of Wisconsin. It was when they upset Michigan, I believe it was.
Okay.
And they had numerous near deaths because people got crushed. And the players saw what happened, started getting people off, because all of a sudden they were up against a fence and the fence broke. And boom, wave of people. This would have been Barry's first year they won the Big Ten. Just Google it. It's scary what happened. The whole student section collapsed, and everybody, it was like near-death experience. It was really, really scary stuff. But if you try to stop that, that's what can happen. That's why a lot of times you see people just go, hey, don't let it go once it gets started. You want to try to hold it off to initially start to be able to get it done.
So in general, but how many times have you been part of or on the field for a field storming?
Probably 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, 4 or 5.
Did you enjoy any part of it, or just give me the hell out?
No, you're pretty happy. I was on one. I remember at Nebraska when we beat Oklahoma, being home on one when I was here as a graduate assistant. But I could avoid it pretty quickly. You're pretty happy that you've won the game, so you don't want all the people on the field, on the goalpost, those things. The goalpost is a very scary thing when it finally comes down. It doesn't come down slow.
No, that's heavy, man.
It comes down slow. And then now most of the places have it to where they can immediately get the goalpost down. They can unhinge it to get it down, so it's not being carried off of in that situation. So every part of it is scary. I enjoy the part. I enjoy when people do carry the goalpost around town. I think that's great.
Bring it down O Street, baby.
Yeah, he's bringing down O Street whenever you have to go with it. I really enjoy that. What do the texters say?
Oh, we got a lot of texts. Okay, someone says you can bet your butt that if Nebraska beats Michigan, those goalposts will end up in Salt Creek. Take them to the Salt Creek. Taking them out gladly.
Yeah.
And we're going to put them down the rivers like Tennessee did. It's a little creek.
Now, Salt Creek, you'd be able to recover it pretty fast. It's only about 6 inches
It's not
deep.
very deep.
Wait,
so.
hey, where's the goalpost? They're right there. I can see them.
It's still
right
there.
Still right there.
Still over there.
Still right there.
Hey,
now we have to go get them out.
They're causing problems. Causing problems down there.
I never understood the throw it in the river because it's kind of people look like, hey, you kind of want the goalpost.
Don't you want to see that? Frame that.
You want to cut it up and sell it. It'd be
right.
People would be given a lot of money.
Chuck it.
Just chuck it into the river.
We don't want it anymore.
Because the Tennessee River is a lot deeper.
It is.
Salt Creek's not bad. But I do agree that it should come down. I do agree with that.
Yes. Shane says 500,000 is like $6 a ticket. Just raise the price for the next game when it happens, and it's covered with ease.
Yeah, it's not a financial it's not a financial situation for anyone. No, I think they're just trying to raise awareness to try to get the crowd security at your place, and you really know it going into the game. You know it going into the game. It's like, okay, Alabama's playing Missouri. What are the chances of a field storming? 0, pretty much 0. It's like, because if they beat them, they're not storming the field. And if they lose, no one's storming the field. So that's not happening. You can call it. Tennessee would have been one hey, just so everyone knows, Tennessee's really good. They haven't beat them in whatever years. If they win this game, it's getting stormed. Is everyone aware of that? No one wants to bring it up too much. They're afraid of the jinx. So all of a sudden, it's not like the biggest talk before the game. Remember, do not storm the field upon a volunteer win. Everybody's like, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Why'd you say that?
Yeah,
why'd you say that, man? Come on.
So they don't want to jinx it.
It's sacred.
So going into the game, which one you could probably – that will be something that we'll look at this year during the season, Jake. Every week we'll look at stormable situations.
We should. Hey,
we have a new section.
We should.
Stormable situations.
Where's the big upset?
Where's it? What could happen? What could be stormable? Is this team they're good enough? It's at home. That there's a lot of things have to add up for it to be stormable. And going into it, it's not a game where all of a sudden it's like second half going, you know what? We might storm this thing. This is great. We might nope. It's got to be a rivalry. It's got to be a big matchup. Even if it's a big situation, but it's not a team that you're really a rival with. Is that even a spot? So. But we're going to have a stormable situation.
I told you, I think, 2 years ago, Kansas was hosting Oklahoma, and it was Nebraska's bye week.
And you went down.
I went to the game.
What a fan you
are. I had a buddy in Lawrence. We had something afterwards. So let's go to the game. It's 11 a.m. game. Let's see what happens. And Kansas was winning that game for the majority.
Stormable game.
And here's the deal. They put out, because at that time, Kansas was not very good still. Yeah. They were at that season, they were not a good record, and the stadium was empty. They put out a tweet at halftime saying, hey, admission's free, get to the game. Like they said, come on, and the students were filling up the place during the third and fourth quarter. Like that place was going to erupt if they won the game. And Oklahoma won, in a miracle fashion. But I was getting ready as a non-Kansas or Oklahoma fan.
Were you storming it?
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see Jake on the 40-yard line.
God, yeah, I'd been on the field. Are you kidding me?
Body surfing across the crowd.
Come on, let's go. It'd be awesome.
That would have been a stormable situation.
That was definitely.
So we'll pick out our top 3 stormable situations for every week.
It's a great suggestion.
Every week we'll have that. So we're going to add some things to the show.
That'd be fun. Well, guess what? You got to play the game show today.
I don't know what could be more miserable than this. Well, this leads. I've enjoyed. There's nothing.
Oh, come on, Bill.
There's nothing I enjoy more than doing this show. I love doing the show. We have fun. Great, Bill. And I like being a lifeline to make some random comments on some things. I don't like being the main focus. I'm not good at it. So
I think you're fine, Bill.
Yeah, it's not good.
You're fine.
I struggle with words. We know that.
Well, the game show has few words, though.
I know. It's not me. This is not me. And so, but yes, we'll play.
Well, here we go. 464-5685. Call the takedown Bill in Beat Down Bill today. What would Sharon want to call this segment?
I don't know.
Build up, Bill.
Build up, celebrate, Bill. Yes, she'd like to have that. Yes,
celebrate,
not
Bill.
Shut up, Bill. That would be upset.
Well, you're a Golden Knights fan.
Absolutely.
In NHL, right?
Absolutely.
And they're up 1-0.
They're up 1-0.
I think you'll be okay with this. NHL franchise scoring leaders all time.
Oh God, no, I have no chance.
But you know the franchises. No. I give you the player. You tell me the franchise.
I'll have a chance.
You're not naming players. You're naming NHL franchises. Okay, there's a chance here. Think your NHL franchise scoring leaders. You name the franchise. I give you the player. 464-5685. Good luck, Bill. Starts right
We've
now.
all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
I know people get a little nervous when we go NHL. We don't talk NHL in these areas often, but I feel like today we will get several questions right. Not all 4 probably, but I hope we do.
I don't feel good, but let's go.
You don't feel great about the NHL.
No.
The scoring leaders. Well, let's see who we have here. If you can hear me, you're playing the game show. Who do we have today?
This is James.
James. Thanks for calling, James. How do you feel about NHL franchise scoring leaders?
Good, but I do want to chime in on the field goal or the taking down the goalpost.
Yes.
What do you got, James?
I think you could probably take out an insurance policy with State Farm or Progressive or Allstate. Just pay that premium up front, and when Nebraska beats Michigan, then bring them down.
Wow, that is something interesting. So if we could please get the insurance people to text in, can we get a policy that can secure this? That is a great idea by you.
Right,
great idea by
Good
you,
job, James. All right, let's see if I can add to the game show here. James, nice idea. James, here we go. First question goes to you. What franchise in the NHL is Mike Modano the leading scorer for with 557 goals?
The Avs. Avalanche.
Bill, do you want that one or not? Mike Modano.
I'm going to say no, but I'm writing it. I'm going to pass.
What would you written down?
Pittsburgh.
Nope. Dallas Stars. You didn't take it.
Didn't take it. Yep.
It's fine. 0-0 for your first question, Bill, for the lead. What franchise is Joe Sakic the leading scorer for with 625 goals?
Blackhawks.
That's the franchise. Quick guess, not the Blackhawks. You want that one, James, or not?
Yeah, I believe that one's the Avalanche.
That one is. You went Avalanche first guess.
I
Avalanche
maybe
second.
should have got that.
That's okay. For the win, last question, James. What franchise is Luke Robitaille the leading scorer for with 557 goals?
Maybe the Penguins.
If you don't know this, Bill, don't take it.
Not taking it.
Be the Los Angeles Kings.
Okay.
So this is for the tie.
Okay, here, this is big for me.
To force the tiebreaker.
Yes.
What franchise is Brett Hull the leading scorer with? Leading scorer for with 527 goals. What? Boston Bruins.
Boston Bruins.
That would be the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues.
I had one of the two.
It's okay. Hey, it's all right. That was quick, short and sweet there.
I made very.
You were
very distinct guesses.
Right.
Yes.
So
very
if you had to guess players, that'd be tough.
Yes.
I'd make that as easy as
I think it
can.
also was tough. I didn't get anyone right, Jake. I was over.
Easier than going for players, though.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
James, congrats.
James,
Get
nice
your
job.
bagels.
And we're going to get that insurance policy.
We are going to look at that.
We're going to get some calls in today like that to get that taken care of.
Nice work, James.
Hey, do that along with the jump ball in college, man.
Well, that's a
must.
very heated subject for us, and right now it's like 100%. Everyone wants to jump ball back, so I appreciate
Bill,
that.
You're doing yeoman's work, whatever that means.
I don't know what that works either, but thank you, very kind of you.
Appreciate
that. Thanks for listening.
You want the tiebreaker, Bill?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
for
all right.
fun, yes.
All right, so I'm going to give you this. So, okay, again, Madonna was 557.
Yes.
Robitaille also 557. Sakic, 625. Brett Hull, 527. So the question is this. Keep those numbers in mind. Gordie Howe has the most career goals with any franchise, his with the Detroit Red Wings. How many did he score in his career with the Red Wings?
With the Red Wings.
So you get those other numbers to work with. 557, 625, 527.
7-11.
Ooh, not bad. 786.
786.
Gordie Howe with the Detroit Red Wings.
That's insane.
It's a lot of goals for the franchise.
That's insane.
That's a lot of goals.
Oh, that's insane.
Well, it's like those guys never left the franchise. Back in the day, they never left.
Yeah.
They didn't. They were drafted there and they ended there. Very little
Very
trades.
impressive. Nice job. Your questions were good, Jake. You put something
wasn't
together.
that fair?
Very fair.
Wasn't
Very fair.
overly tough.
That's typical you. Prayers for Bullet.
Yeah, prayers for Bullet. And again, SIP back Thursday. It'll be being billed tomorrow, and Wednesday SIP is back on Thursday from his trip to Texas. He's not taking vacation. This is a work trip.
No, and there'll be some very interesting things because he is talking to players today that will be coming on official visits and being recruited by Nebraska and potential Huskers. And so SIP will have the inside take, and they'll also get a chance to talk to their coaches and probably get a chance to talk to their parents. So this is a great information for the Husker fans to be able to reach out to Sipple. And I'll ask Sip, we can probably just post his personal cell phone number to try to.
Might as well.
This is what get that out there for him. Yes.
Everybody can have it. It's fine. He doesn't need that.
You can't get it. Petrinka has it.
He doesn't need privacy at all. I mean, come on.
Text Petrinka. She's
got it. When we come back, the spillover with Raf and AD next at an early break of the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
From the first pitch of a late-night Little League game to the sweet taste of frozen treats, LES powers all of life's special moments for only $2.88 a day. Learn more at les.com/value.
The Ticket water cooler.
Keisei Tamanaga is returning to Nebraska just elevates the ceiling of what Nebraska basketball can be this upcoming year. This feels good. Nebraska basketball feels good going in.
When you think of Keisei Tominagi, you think of three, right? And obviously he shot 40% from 3-point range this last season. Just a highlight waiting to happen with him. And I believe that his cuts off the ball on the offensive end and his ability to finish quickly, you just catches it and finishes it all in one motion. I think that's going to be extremely important for him.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Raph and AD. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see you. Once again, if you're just tuning in, Sip out today. Tomorrow, Wednesday is in Texas. Back on Thursday, so we'll see him then. We got some prayers though for Bullet. His dog is not doing great, but he's
laid up.
We're
It's doing better.
doing better.
Sip did text me during the show. Status quo, which is a good thing, which means no setbacks. So
That's good.
That's a big positive, but we're hoping that, like I said, that if he gets out when Sipple's gone and Trixie is unavailable, the Busch Hospital is open.
That's good. Very, very kind man. Very kind man. But you guys played some golf yesterday.
We did. Yeah. We did.
500 par.
Yeah.
In the Jake Scramble.
We don't discuss the
I'm just saying, yo.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
You had a good time, though?
We did.
Yeah.
We did. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. Started off crazy hot. Not us, the weather. And
the weather was hot,
yeah, the weather was hot.
Matt, I was just going to say, I was outside doing some things around the noon time.
Mm-hmm.
It was really hot.
Yes.
It was brutal.
It was hot,
There was no wind either.
No, it was very still.
You're correct.
And then there's a storm came through. I mean, didn't dump on us, just spit on us for a little bit. And then what hole was that about that par 3 we got on is when that started? Yeah. And then it was the temperature dropped a little bit.
It did drop.
Yeah, it dropped.
We had a conversation earlier in the show about different instances of road rage or getting mad. I mentioned I had to flip the double bird on the road this week.
I
was getting tailgated for about 15 miles. I let him pass.
Been a lot of support for Jake. Yes,
gave the bird.
Double bird for a sec.
A lady from McCook. We know that. It's a lady from McCook driving a white Oldsmobile.
She knows who she is. She knows she deserved it. She was being a little bit ridiculous. And I don't do it. I never do that, but I did it.
That one.
Was that your first double bird?
No.
Okay.
No, it's happened before. It doesn't happen often.
Okay. Just want to know.
I don't.
Okay.
It has to be very special to pull out the double bird. So she might not. I have tinted windows. She might not have seen my double bird anyways. But that's why I want to roll down the window. I did not roll the window down. It was raining outside. So
yeah.
Anyways, Bill also brought up the fact that if you have like a scramble, there's always the situation where if you hit into somebody, they might hit the ball back at you because they're pissed at you.
That's my favorite.
Was there any of that yesterday?
That's my favorite. Hitting somebody and someone gets mad, and they just turn around, they just hit the ball right back at him.
I've never seen that.
You haven't seen that before?
I've seen it.
before.
I've seen it. I've seen it several times. That's the standard when you play like the small country clubs in rural Nebraska.
He's got it.
9-hole. You're gonna play twice around. Whatever. That's standard issue. You hit into somebody, the ball's coming back hot. The ball's coming back hot.
It's not the 18-hole course. It's the 9-hole small town course.
Yes.
The ball's coming back at you.
That's it. Wouldn't be. It wouldn't happen. It's if you're whatever.
No, and Firethorn not hitting the ball back.
No,
they do. You're kicked off the course.
You're off the course.
Your membership's revoked.
Yeah, there is. And if you went into the clubhouse and someone says, "Hey, we hit into somebody," then they hit it back at us. We're like, "Yeah." There'd be no there'd be no reprimand.
Play faster, man.
There'd be no reprimand. There'd be more going, you hit the ball back at him. Yeah, okay.
It's coming back.
I'm okay with that. That's fair.
No, this is that was probably about 15 years ago. Me and some buddies, Acom, Udofi, and his brothers, we were playing at a course here in town, and it's that par 5 on the back. I think it's hole 16 at Highlands. It's that last par 5 is at Highlands.
Yeah,
you know that bend that you can't see around.
That's 17.
17. Yeah. Can't see around that
Can't
bend.
see it. Oh yeah, I know.
So
exactly.
I hit, did not know people were over there.
Yeah.
And this guy comes around and he yells something at me, and it was pretty bad.
It wasn't nice. Was it a nice shot?
No.
hey, nice shot. You crushed that one.
Hit my head. Great swing.
Yeah.
He yelled. We thought we heard something. We thought we heard. So I literally ran up there.
Yeah.
Ran up there. I said, and I said, what'd you say? I said, we didn't see you. I said, what'd you call me? Oh, no, nothing. And he starts backpedaling real fast, and he sees there are 4 guys come up. They're all big dudes, man. I said, what'd you say? I said, dude, I didn't see you over there. I said, my apologies. I said, but what did you say again? He goes, no, dude, there's no. He starts backpedaling. He's backpedaling real fast. I don't hit into people like that, man. That's just golf etiquette. You're not going to yell something at me either, and me not come and ask you to clear what you said.
You ran from the tee box to where you
ran there. My buddies were laughing.
No, you didn't.
Aiken was like, yeah, dog. Ask him what he said again. Ask him what he said again. And I said, what'd you say, man? He backpedals real fast. But I don't hit into people on purpose, man.
We're older now. Now we jump in the cart and then.
Yeah, now I'll be in the cart. Hey, Brad, let me get some keys.
I'm not running this time. Yeah. So that's getting close to getting hit back at you. They just cuss at you. The next step is if it happens twice, Paul's fired back.
And I just asked him what he said. I didn't swear him. I said, what'd you say again, man? So golf is a fun game.
Well, here's the question, though, Bill. You have been on these small town courses. Have you fired one back?
I'm not good enough. I would just, so you got to be a pretty good guy. With the guy, okay, hey, we're gonna hit one back. Hey, let the best golfer hit one back.
Jake, you'd ask Jake, which one you want to hit?
Yeah, exactly. Which guy you want? How hard do you want it?
Back
you want it sticky? You want it high? You want it low? What do you want?
I will say this.
What do you want, Jake?
How you want it, Jake?
I'm going to say this. I know for a fact that if I was in a group that hit into someone and they hit it back at us, I would fall out laughing. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, that's funny.
No, if they hit it back, that would be kind of
funny. It's kind of funny. It's pretty easy. All you do is did you lose your shot? No, you just walk up there and spot it and go play. So it's not that hard.
The best moment, though, is when you have hit into the people ahead of you, and you like Bill said, maybe you don't know you can hit that far, and you get a hold of one.
Yeah.
You just see their instant anger of what the before any sort of profanity, before
their hands come up.
Hands come up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right here, man. Come on. Use your hand. Get with it, brother.
How did you play this weekend, man? Well, I know how you play. I text you, but how'd you play?
Played all right. We struggled in the par 3s and Beamer, as one does. Bill knows Beamer. It's a course. The greens
very hilly,
domed. Domed greens.
Domed greens.
Tough to keep the ball on the green. They don't stick well. So if you hit a good approach shot, usually runs and then goes off the green. So that's their defense. And we got second, but didn't win.
They got smoked in the first one.
If we had in the first one, I played at Holdridge also. We didn't play well.
That's where the double bird threw you.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, it did. It did kind of throw me there. I had a rough.
I could just see him checking in. I can believe what happened on there. Can't believe. I get the text right away. I got the text, which concerned me because you were texting and driving.
I had pulled off the interstate at that point. I was on the road. I was in the much less traveled road going to Holdridge. So to be fair, I did text that once I was off
the interstate.
I didn't do it right as I did the bird or after. It was like about 10 minutes after.
Where'd you do the bird at?
Oh, just
going into Holdridge, coming back.
This was just shy of Kearney.
Okay.
And then I had about 20 miles after Kearney to go before the exit to Holdridge.
Highway
take that
south.
Yep. Take that. So I did not text you guys right after the incident. Okay. 20 minutes afterwards, but you had to know that.
Solid. So
you guys catch the game 2 last night at all?
Yes, we did. We watched the entire game.
Yes, we did.
And it was.
How about my Heat?
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. We're going to talk about it on the show too, man. They are, I say, are like cockroaches. You can't kill them, man.
They survive everything.
You just step on them, you come back, and that joker's gone because it survived. And they just won't die, Coach. Raph, they won't die.
No, they're impressive. I said earlier on, their grit is so impressive. So that part I really, really enjoy. I'm more impressed the fact you guys watched the whole game. I couldn't imagine watching the first quarter of an NBA game. I couldn't. That blows my mind.
Well,
someone would sit down.
Let's be honest.
And watch the first quarter.
I mean, we were kind of dozing off a little bit. We're not going to lie about the first quarter.
And we were watching the LPGA as well.
Yeah.
First quarter.
That was actually
that story is unreal. The reigning NCAA champion who I believe she won 2 in a row.
Rose Zhang.
And then comes and wins her debut in the LPGA.
Yep. That's pretty awesome. Playoff.
That's very cool.
Unreal.
In a playoff.
Unreal.
Debut.
First time she ever played in a pro. We think it's never happened on the men's tour, correct? Has there ever been a debut winner?
I don't think it's happened. It's been a long time ago if it was.
And women's was 1951. And so that, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it really is.
And to do it in New York City.
Yeah. I was And I did read about this young lady earlier about everybody's like she is a star. And I'm like, well, yeah, just so you know, when you get to the league, it's different. Everyone is.
Right.
Nope, first time. No, beat them all. Beat them all. Yep. I was like, wow. I couldn't have, that's unfathomable.
Give me my LPGA card. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Well, her approach shot in the final hole for her to win it.
Yeah.
I mean, she used a hybrid. The other gal used an 8-iron.
Yeah.
But that wind picked up. You see how much shorter the other gal was. Yeah. But she just nailed her approach shot. What was that? 10-footer, if that?
Oh yeah.
And she had an 8-footer to win it.
And just missed it.
And so that could mess with you.
No, sure.
You're like, well, if I make this, I win it. Nope. Yeah. And I got to come back and do it yet in extra holes. So that was impressive. Me and Jake talked about that this morning. Like that's
that's awesome. What an accomplishment! Great achievement by her.
She got it done.
Still Stanford golfers, I tell you.
They're good. Yeah. They are good. All right, that's it for us. The Drive with AD and Raf is next. For Bill Busch, I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st